rising car volumes and a strong uptick in commercial vehicles may have brought some cheer to automakers, but they maintain the recovery will remain fragile unless the budget offers some serious stops. CNBC TV 18's Ronojoy Banerjee finds out what the sector wants to turn its fortunes round.
IRB Budget 2016, now or never, on the CNBC network.
Car makers, commercial vehicle manufacturers or two-wheeler giants, FY16 has not been particularly kind to any one of them. Though there have been pockets of good fortune, of course, but overall growth has emerged uneven and anemic. While the passenger car segment has seen cumulative growth of 9%, commercial vehicle volumes have grown 8.5% in the April to December period. However, the motorcycle segment has taken quite a serious knock, with growth falling by 2.5%. New launches are their weapon of choice, whether it's the Bajaj V, Honda's 110cc Navi or Hero Splendor iSmart. But manufacturers say any real turnaround will hinge on what Budget 2016 has to offer.
No, I'm not too very much concerned. I think this is a temporary phase. We will come out of it. We've had 2 bad monsoons. I'm keeping my fingers crossed this time around for a good monsoon. I'm also hoping, that the finance minister also listens to what we all are saying and focuses a bit more on the rural markets, rural segments, which are really going through a bad patch. That's where we need a lot of support.
Do you see an uptick, sir, in volumes for motorcycles especially?
Right now there is no reason for the uptick, but if some things were to happen, the government was to do some good things in the budget which help that uptick come around.
Granted, the government has been making all the right noises, but the fact that none of this has translated to growth on the ground is a tad worrisome.
I was very hopeful that we would see a robust turnaround in the first quarter of this calendar year. I'm not that optimistic as I was in the next few months. M&M has seen an uptick in its sales in January, as you know, largely due to new products, but I would like to see a higher threshold of automotive sales. If you look, general industry sales have been somewhat slack. I'm very hopeful still, because the government is doing all the right things. It understands that it needs to invest in infrastructure, it needs to provide a trigger for the economy. But on the ground, I think there still has to be a trickle-down effect of those policies. We haven't seen them yet.
Passenger car volumes may have grown for 14 months in a row, but that has been entirely due to 2 companies, Maruti Suzuki and Hyundai, which together account for over 75% of the market. And even these companies say that budget could make or break that trend.
What we are looking forward to is policies and processes so that yes, the economy can grow, because 7% above plus growth in economy would be very, very desired. What as an auto industry, what we would look forward towards is meeting these challenges, right, which the government is actually facing, public is facing in terms of environment, right, by way of introducing a scrappage scheme.
Speaking of infrastructure, the infrastructure outlay in Budget 2016 is a big concern for companies making medium and heavy commercial vehicles, especially if they are to repeat the 30% volume growth clocked in 2015 or push 2016 sales to a 5-year high above 240,000 units.
The outlay last year for infrastructure development was sizable. The spending started a little late apparently, but we see that now. I think we need a similar outlay, because if there is one place where India has to catch up with even other countries, it is infrastructure. So we want to see a similar outlay in infrastructure, which will give the construction industry a boost.
The stakes are clearly high, and if the government wants to increase private investments as it has been promising, companies say an industry-friendly budget is clearly the way to go, especially if the Make in India dream is to be kept alive. In New Delhi, Ronojoy Banerjee.
Xander Group, with over $2 billion